Yo, what up? I want to show you a quick mod that I'm doing in order to get my camera placement anywhere that I kind of want it, and I can move it around. But I'll show you here in a second. So if you guys can see, this is the back tire or whatever. Um, I had my camera here, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it there. That's the tail. But I have something else coming, and I'm trying to prepare a way for it to catch some pretty good footage. So what I did was I bought these steel plates, right? And I actually have two of them, as you can see. I put these there. Oh, that's big. So I put these there in order to kind of make sure it has good adhesion. So I got 3mm clear tape on there, as well as extreme heavy duty Velcro, which is basically this, where it snaps in place. It's a two-way snap. And so I have these plates here, so I can be able to, like so, I'll be able to place it. And as you can see, it's very, very strong, so it ain't going nowhere. I can also, if I get my other camera placement down, I will basically double check and make sure it doesn't move by putting it, attaching it here as well, so it has 2 points of contact. But this thing is pretty freaking strong. It ain't going nowhere. So got to finish that up. But when my other thing comes in, it's gonna go right here or right there. I'm not sure where it's gonna go yet. I have to see what it looks like once I get it. Should be here next week though, but we'll see. But I think it's gonna be dope. I think it's a good way. It's a good way to be able to attach something to your bike. You can also do this with your plate if you want to. There's nothing wrong with it. You would just have to use some of this clear double-sided tape, which is really, really strong. It's crazy. It's so sticky, it's hard to even cut with scissors. So you need that. I would suggest if you're going to magnetize it, make sure you get some really good magnets. These are pretty good as well, but some flat magnets if you're going to do it on your plate. I have mine with just 3mm tape and that heavy extreme duty Velcro. It doesn't move. And so like I said, if you wanted to do that with your plate, I would do it over with magnets. And then that way you can just literally pop it off when you need to, pop it back on when you need to. But I kind of have mine fixed with the Velcro, and then these are for safety, just in case something weird happens or something, the plate ain't going nowhere. So I might end up doing that with this, but honestly don't feel I'll need to not have a plate on. But yeah, these are in. I'm definitely liking them. Like I said, heavy duty steel and heavily magnetized. So I would suggest getting heavy duty earth magnets or something in order to make it stick so good. Once you get that magnet on there, that it's gonna be very hard to come off. That way, you know, when you're going 90+ miles an hour, it ain't gonna fly off. So I saw somebody doing something similar with the camera setup that I'm wanting to do, and they haven't perfected it yet, but the ideas that they had were the same thing that I was thinking. But I know I'm gonna run into an issue with stabilization with this new camera. And it is going to be on a gimbal, but I'm trying to connect it in a different way to where it reduces the vibration. So whenever you are catching film, it's not a lot of jittery action from the camera and things like that, because you want to be able to get nice clear footage. Now this camera system is not meant to go on the bike. I had an idea for the bike. And so I want to try to make it to where it works with the bike as well, because that would be even more easier for me to get footage while I'm riding, and versus riding in my car, catching footage, which will be easy as well. But just saying, I want to be able to do it on my bike too. So when it comes in, I'm gonna you know, when all my stuff comes in, we're going to try to rig it up and, you know, see what it does. But a lot of people are already asking me a lot about this camera system. And like I was saying, it's, you know, this is a cheap camera system. You know, you don't really need, let me try to get, you don't really need a lot. You know, this thing is like $50 on Amazon. I think I have the box here. So like 50 bucks on Amazon. It's just a rear view. That the LCD actually works really, really well. Let's see if I can power it up for y'all. So yeah, it does, it's a pretty bright screen, so at night you'll be able to see it easily. But I went ahead and took off my mirrors, because that's the system that I'm going to be using, is my rear view camera. That's what I'll be using, and until I get the Chiji, which is more of what I'm looking for. When I get the Chiji, I'm going to place both cameras in slightly different angles so I can catch an even wider field of view, and that way you really don't. With the Chiji, which I'm liking, is that I'll take this off, the GoPro mount, and I'll put it here. I'll mount the Chiji here. That way the screen is always in front. It won't hit the tank or anything, but it'll always be in front on the top, like this basically. And you'll be able to have the camera coming off of your main monitor that it comes with. Or you'll be able to have the monitor right there in front of you. So it'd be like having this right here, right in front of you. So, and then being able to look at your cameras directly from here versus looking over there, you know. So that's what I want to go with. I think it's like around $500 or so. So I'm eventually get that. But like I said, if you can create yourself a really good mirror replacement, I think that's even way worth, I think, spending the money on even 50 something bucks on this. Like I said, I would have put another one on this side here, but as you can see, the reservoir blocks it. So even when you straighten out the bars, and also it's not even, it's got this little bump thing here, so it doesn't sit flush, and there's not enough room to set this on this side. So I was gonna do dual camera, but it doesn't work that way here, so I had to figure out a different solution. And I got a spot area right here for my my battery system that I'm using, portable battery. Yeah, so this works just fine. Like I said, the Chiji is going to work even better, and it comes with 2 cameras, and you can record on those monitors from the Chiji. This one, you can't, I think there is a, I think there is, no, I think that's just for the charger. I don't think it comes, it doesn't come with something that you can record to, I don't think. I never used it. It does have night vision, which works pretty well. But like I said, 50 something bucks, you can eliminate your mirrors and still have a peace of mind, you know, before you change lanes, to just kind of glance at it and say, oh, okay, there is a car coming up on my right or my left. You know, you can then double check before you make that extra move. Versus being on a bike, we tend to make the move because we're seeing what's in front of us and then try to look back as you're advancing, and that's not really good. So yeah, but anyways, that is the system for now. Holy crap, let's say yeah, that's the system for now. Still got to get the exhaust tightened up. It's got a little rattle. Needs to be torqued down some more, but other than that, the M4 sounds amazing. It's not super loud because it's not a shorty, but I love the sound that you get from it. It's just a little different. So definitely digging that. Other than that, man, we are rocking and rolling. There's not too much more I want to do with the bike. I am getting more and more interested in doing the 520 conversion. I just don't want to change the way it rides too much as far as the gearing. But I'm really considering it. Anything to make the bike quicker. You know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of on the fence about the stacks. So the stacks, I'm kind of feeling like I don't need them. I don't need the stacks. Only because that's more for like top end power. I think the only one that you can really get where it shows a tremendous increase in power in the mid slash lower end of the power band are the those stringer or stinger stacks, the ones that move up and down automatically. Dumungus got them. Big Country tried them on his Honda, and both results showing that you get tremendous, almost a 10 horsepower increase in the lower power band, which is amazing. But again, you're also spending like 1,300 bucks compared to like MWR or the other ones, Carbon Smiths, where they're like $300-400. But those mainly target the top end. So I'm kind of feeling like I don't push the bike super hard until I want to get completely used to this before I start trying to max it out and stuff. And I think that once I get to that point, I think that's maybe when I'll feel like I need to do the stacks, but right now I don't think it's necessary. We're just going to end up doing the filter and maybe the 520 conversion. So let's see how that goes. If I do the conversion, I'm only going to go probably up like 2 in the rear and leave the front the same. I know a couple of other people are doing something similar, and it's actually helping where I want this bike to perform. So I think that's what I'm gonna do, is just go 2 up in the rear, and not do kind of what everybody else does, because I'm not in the realm of trying to drag bike yet, like, or doing rollers yet, as far as like seriously. So I'm just gonna ride the bike as it is. I'm not gonna put any straps on it. I was kind of on the fence. I really wanted to lower it some, but I like the way it rolls. And then I realized that if I lower it here, I'm gonna need to lower the back. So that's even more cost, because now you gotta buy a lowering link in the down here to make everything still even, you know, pretty level or whatnot, once you change the front and lower that. So once you do that, you'll need a new kickstand. You'll need a new kickstand. So, because once you lower it, the bike's, you know, the center of gravity lowers and you don't want it tipping over. So another, you know, a kickstand, an adjustable kickstand is $200+. So, you know, to me, that's why I said the costs are kind of like, you know, ridiculous, because you're going to have to spend a good chunk of change on the lowering link. And then you got to buy a new kickstand. And it's just all that to lower that just doesn't seem worth it to me at this point. So, but yeah, man, I'm trying to customize this thing and make it a little different than everybody else's setup. And I think it's going to work out pretty well. So anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Peace.